Okay, so hello, my name is Michael Anthony Herber. A trend I've seen a lot with, in a pattern I've seen a lot with, in signs and stuff that you'll see with people who are truly targeted individuals is the synchronicity. You'll see people, and if it's, regardless of whether it's a small town or not, you're not going to see that many people. Just because you've met another person doesn't mean that you're going to see them in that many places. And if you're not leaving the house that often, that you're going to see the same people around you in different places at the same time around you at the same store multiple times. And I've had this happen with family friends that are involved, that are my dad's friends, that they don't like me. One of them hates on me, actually. One of them told me to F off. One of them wanted to fight me and beat my ass, he said, over some sand. We were doing some patio pavers on one project. He wouldn't let me do more than that because I won't name drop, but obviously, but this guy seriously is a family friend. I thought, right? And it doesn't work the way you think it's going to. It should, but if you're not blue pill, you're not a part of whatever this program is, and you're being targeted, then yeah, these kinds of things happen to some of you, not all of you. But with mine, it's been blatant disrespect. People trying to always lie to you. Mainly, if they can't lie to you, they don't want to give you an answer. They'll hang up on you. They'll tell you that there's poor connection issues. They'll have you verify your identity 20,000 different times. Those are all signs of obvious scams. But besides the scams, and besides that stuff happens to almost everyone. Technology and stuff, like being tech savvy and stuff, is more of a hobby for me. It's more of a hobby that I'm taking more serious because of this. So I will just be very vague with that and say that that's my hobby. If anyone's wondering or doing surveillance on me, it's not to mess with anyone. If I find something, then yeah. And even if I don't find something, I'm gonna dig something up. I know I'll dig something up. I just have to make sure that I do it in the right time. If there is something, that I do it in the right time frame. And or you could hire like a private investigator or something like that. If you really, there's been some cases like this that have actually been won. So this is real. This is not fake. The people that are involved. So I heard when my HIPAA law was violated by Community North Hospital by a doctor over there, and I really think I should release his name. It's Dr. Arrett. He called my father. So when if you ever been in those situations and you're being targeted, like what an emergency phone number is, someone that can emergency call, contact. And so I gave him one of those people. I said, I don't want to give you anyone. They said, you have to. Like, they forced me to do it, and I said, I'm not doing it. We'll hold you here longer. They threatened me. And that's why they don't want you to record in there. They don't want you to, for legal purposes, but they're allowed to record you. So you can see how it's already set up for if they want to, where they're always going to have the upper hand on that stuff, to where just do what you can. Spend as little as possible. I don't recommend taking substances at all. I've done it in the past and I partied. I've never done certain things that people have said I've done. Like, I've never done heroin. I've never done, certain things, and certain things I haven't done for a long, long, long time that the police around here in Westfield have lied about and told my brother, yeah, we know your brother is smoking something. And my brother's like, or he said that, either he said that or the police said that something to him. But for them to say that to him is pretty rude, and honestly, it's disrespectful and probably illegal. But the cyber crimes department, there is no cyber crimes department, they say, for the police over here. State police, yes, and I believe, and I'm not going to release that. See, you got to be careful what you release, because I care about our way of life, American way of life. I'm pro-American. I mean, I'm a pretty much just a normal 28-year-old guy, Caucasian male, that is living life. There was a report, though, that there was, and I won't say which one. Maybe I should, though. That there was a certain experiment part, and this may not be true, but I saw some video that was. It's hard to trust certain stuff, but that a lot of it's true because you're simply experiencing it. But here's the problem. I won't go into the topic I was going to go into, but here's the problem. Bigger picture stuff. You can't go into it because, like I said, if you do, it's going to be, it was them, it was they, it was, they did it again. What happened? It was them again. Your answer, oh. And you look terrible and you sound terrible saying they, them. It's too vague. And in the case in Florida or California, I forget which one, that is pretty strong in civil rights. Like there's some states that care more about it, and it's also based, I think, off of the person. When they say case by case basis, they mean it. In our country, they definitely treat everyone differently. Some people just get terrible pleas. Some people, like I had one attorney pretty much keep me in jail. He held me in there when he could have gotten me out. He held me in there for 38 days. And I'm not going to, again, name drop yet. Okay? But I was also acquitted of things that happened at St. Vincent Hospital. Did I resist, and did I actually, do anything? Yes, because I was being attacked at that hospital by securities, and they injected me, strapped me down, forced me, because they wouldn't let me make a phone call, and I got frustrated, and I said, when am I leaving here? And they never give you a straight answer. The smarter you are, they do. The more you learn, that yes, they will start to give you straight answers, but they'll lie to you. Now it's at the level and at the point in time where I get lied to by representatives. I get lied to by companies. I get lied to, not all the time, but there's people that view you. I've been told I'm a threat. And basically someone I'm living with here, told me this too. They said, yeah, they said this. They don't want you. They probably view you as a threat, and the reason why they're doing this to you. And I don't know who placed the glass, again, documentation in the stir-fry bag. I'll show you one comparable that this is a normalcy for this to be inside of this apartment. It was maybe even same brand, definitely a Kroger brand of stir-fried vegetables, no meat at all. I found glass in it that was just big enough to kill me. There's a cause number on that with the Westfield police, because that was big enough to kill me and cut my throat. And if I would have ate it, it was in my mouth. I pulled it out. And I don't know if my, here placed it, that I live with placed it in my food, or if someone, snuck in and placed it in my food, or someone, broke it and it was a complete accident. But to go along with all the events that are happening, that guy driving right there, he hasn't told me his real name, but I know for a fact he doesn't like me. He's told me and lied about things in this neighborhood that I canceled on my other channel that are not true. He said that one guy wanted to beat my ass. That guy that drives that vehicle also made false allegations, and they made false allegations saying I wanted to sue Kittles or I wanted to sue them. That wasn't true. They also implied that I was going in people's cars, that I was going on people's balconies. And then they said they had camera footage, and I said, let me see it. When it came down to it, and they basically just don't like me, and they want me to get out here, and then the people around here want to act fake to my face and then do this stuff. It's a means of control, so be careful with what you tell certain people. A lot of representatives used to put me on hold for way longer than normal. And to summarize the rest of this video up, just a lot of technology issues. And one of the people that's, said this to me has said, you're paranoid. Obviously, it's not mental issue anymore. You're mentally ill. I was told that for years, every day. You're bipolar, you're bipolar, you're bipolar. All I was doing was simply getting my work done. And I think they were getting the information from this other man that's jealous of me, and he's like twice my age. Okay? This guy is just something else. He's a piece of work. I don't like him. He doesn't like me because of what happened in the past. But honestly, he deserved it. He tried to attack me, and he'll lie about it till the day he whatever is not around or whatever. But he'll lie about it, and he said he wasn't going to show up to the deposition to help me, and he did, because he said they can take you to jail and all that for subpoenas. Really, they can do whatever they want, because that's been shown. Gangstalking wouldn't happen if. And then another attorney told me in Indiana. All the attorneys in Indiana have basically told me, except for one, and that's not free. That's a $200 consultation. That. We don't take civil rights attorneys. Another one told us, and she could have been lying. I think the receptionists lie so that you don't get a case. You don't get them any money. No one wants to see you that doesn't know you or that knows that you're a targeted individual when they pull your name up so they can identify you. She said, one of them said, yeah, our caseload's so high that we can't even accept cases. Another lady said, call us back. A lot of voicemails from a lot of state departments. I've called Washington, D.C. about this before and complained about it. I've called the FBI about it before. They redirected my call or just completely hung up. I've called. You can't call. I've just called certain people about this, and they've told me they're going to do something. I don't know if they really will, depending on who got me involved, who's got you involved with what agreement, what's the end game? Really, does this keep going like this? Are there going to be standstill moments where where it stops, and what they're called bye weeks for me? It's kind of like football. But that's how I can always tell, and it's synonymous with the license plates that always say BY with the Motor Raceway, Indianapolis Raceway license thing by it. And then now they're doing more dealer tags. I saw a car, just strange activity lately on certain days when I release certain videos. Or if I don't release a video, but I make the video and then delete it, they will act like they're trying to match what I'm doing or what the targeted individual's doing. But I mean, the more you keep proving them wrong, the more pissed off they're going to get. They're always going to try to downplay you, say that you're not doing enough, and nobody's perfect, man. I'm obviously not perfect. That guy drives, the maintenance guy around here drives around like he's patrolling. That's how he drives around. Like he's the man in charge. He's an enforcer. And he's made up all these false allegations. He's told me his name is Mr. Fix-It. He told me that people call me Spider-Man because I climbed up like 2 or 3 times to get my drone, like a miniature drone, because I was trying to do surveillance, my own, like I said, counter surveillance with it on these people, and they complained about it. Some guy knocked on the door a few days ago. Some guy knocked on the door. That person in there lied to me about the name, said it was Kathy, and then changed the name and said they were very nervous and said, "Does a Becky live here?" So I was gaslighted on what actually happened, if that happened. She said she yelled for my name, the person that lives here, and there was a man at the door, says his name was Adam or something like that. I'm not really sure what his name was. And that he seemed nervous about something. He's probably knows something about what's going on. I've noticed there's certain companies that I've worked for, or that I like. For example, there's this company that Piazza Produce that seems to be in places where I'm at a lot. Kind of like, we're watching you, or we know about you, or and they were parked right outside of Community North Health Center when I was there, along with another truck right where I could see them, kind of off in the distance, underneath the passageway, or whatever you call those things. Bridge, an indoor bridge connecting in the hospital. This guy is driving around back and forth all day. I swear. He keeps doing it. So, yeah, the people that are lying to you and doing the gang stalking, what you should do is get more prepared. And I've been accused, I'll say again, because if anything were to surface in the future, I'm trying to cover my butt. I'm trying to cover myself right now by telling you that this is not true. The allegations, the lies are not true. They'll put some truth in there, and they'll get some truth and see, look, that's the truth. See, he said that, and they'll provoke you to get angry at them. They want you to get mad at them, because it's easy then to take you to jail, or it's easy to kick you out, or what have you, make you homeless. That's why I either am getting redirected calls, blocked calls, sometimes false information, or sometimes, things are just not working that I know the way that they're supposed to work. And people actually, you'll catch people a lot, and you know that they're a part of it. Here's how you know they're a part of it. They contradict themselves a hell of a lot. And their stories, and then some deals come up, and you're kind of, skeptic. Not kind of, very skeptic. And then you could be paranoid. That's where the delusions come in, like the real delusions with gang stalking. They can make you seem really delusional, and they'll try to drill mental illness into you if they can't keep you as a customer. So this applies anywhere, and primarily with pharmaceutical companies. They want to keep you as a customer. They don't want you to find cures to things that have been man-made, that are not naturally occurring diseases that we're lied to about. And I mean, I found some of this stuff out recently, and I find it just wow. But I'm probably going to delete this video and make a better one. Maybe not. I mean, I've had problems with software updates, sign-in issues, a lot of types of cybercrime. But they're obviously monitoring every move you make. Anything. Whether it's recording you, doing anything. It's always monitoring you. They're always listening to you. They're always driving where you're driving. They want to know what you're doing. Because I think targeted individuals have true potential, like world-changing views. that could be very useful, and the people in charge or the order in charge does not like the information that you're revealing. That's honestly truthful, God honest truth, and you have no reason to make it up. And they're mad that, you know, Google whistleblowers. Don't mess with them. I mean, not like the whistleblowers, but don't become a whistleblower. Now that you know like what a whistleblower is, don't become one. And I'm not going to go into like the actual details of it, but don't become one. Once you are one, you could be like whistleblowers are, and I think target are just another type of targeted individual. They're just a different type, and they may get. They've had. I heard one story of a guy that, and then some of this information that you've seen, it's almost like they want you to see it and then say that you know information that you shouldn't or whatever. But you know, when you go searching and digging for information online, and then you find a lot of truth to it. When you call these people, they act mysterious, or you call these organizations, they give you the runaround. You know, you give them your name, it's immediate hang up, or they don't really have anything interesting to say to you. It's more or less just let me redirect you. Or I called 211 Indiana hotline, and for example, she gave me limited information. I told her about, you know, what I was dealing with, that I don't meet the criteria for some of the housing assistance, and there has to be a way besides forcing people and trafficking people into homeless shelters or hotels, what have you, that they can still make money. And it's difficult, man, to make money when you don't have enough money. Like, say you want to make money off investing, long term, short term. They will make it very hard. Like, if you're truly targeted, and how severely you are targeted will all amount up to it's not even like it's, I'm so restricted. I'm in here. I've been in here in this room working out, and I've been going other places. Someone's been allowing me to use their car. But it is like this right now. A bunch of people that I know, personal family members, and it seems like people at restaurants and other people that used to, I know they were doing a little side talk, and maybe sometimes it's not about you, the targeted individual, but you almost feel like sometimes it definitely is, because they're looking directly at you and then they're sneering and you know, laughing for no reason. And it may not be about you, but sometimes you feel like it is. But where I was going with the delusional part is they'll cause so many delusions back to back to back daily that it'll be hard to they want to make it hard to seem who's involved for sure, that you know their names, what they know, what they're hiding from you, and why they seem mad or angry, or you know, they cough over you sometimes, not over you, but sometimes people will cough to disrupt you, or almost it's like a signal. I think that is a signal, the coughing thing. Or you know, people blocking you. Like, I've noticed a lot of people, I've had people block me in aisles, and just straight up just park their cart with them in front of it, obviously, and block it. So I have to go all the way to the other end and leave that aisle, and then go to another aisle and come out on the other end, if I can even get past that point. Like, they're trying to block, like, completely. And they've done this when I've tried to buy phones. They've blacklisted me on cell phones before. They said, you're, you know, this number, or you're on a blacklist, basically. Like, I already know. And this has happened to multiple cell phones. One phone number, I told them I wanted to change the whole phone number, every digit, the area code. and they kept the area code, and the only thing they changed was the last 4 digits. And I have Cricket Wireless, and that's what, was weird. Another odd thing that happened. I mean, but the list goes on. You pretty much know this is for documentation purposes in case anything does happen and there's a fake case being built on me again, or they've never really built a case on me, but like a fake, just flagrant accusations of people saying certain things about me that are not true. So with that, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Be strong and stay safe.